Good morning. Today's lesson is question tags. Question tags are short questions that follow a sentence, especially in spoken English. Like we have here in this picture, it is a beautiful day, isn't it? Yes, lovely. We use a question tag to ask if something is true or to ask people to agree with us or just to keep the conversation going. This isn't too hot, isn't it? Nope, it's just right. Rule number 1. Question tags are formed with a modal or an auxiliary verb plus the personal pronoun. We use a negative question tag after a positive sentence and a positive tag after a negative sentence. Like this example we have here, the earth is bigger than the moon. Is here is a positive sentence, so we must make the question tag in the negative way. So it's going to be isn't it. And the other example, like the earth isn't as big as the sun. So isn't here, the main verb of the sentence is negative, so we must make the question tag is it positive. Rule 2, we use the same auxiliary or modal verb as it is in the main sentence. Like here in our example, we will go out together, won't we? Albert can't play the violin, can he? Please take notice that will here is positive, that's why we make the question tag negative, won't we? And can't here is negative, that's why we make the question tag can he. Rule 3, if the main sentence has no auxiliary, we use do, does, or did. So, like this example, Asian people like rice. If you notice here, there is no auxiliary verbs or modal verb. Like here is a main verb. So we look at the verb and ask ourselves, is it present or past? If it's present, we're going to use don't or doesn't, okay? So don't because Asian people take the pronoun they. The second one, she speaks Russian. Speaks here, also present simple, so you either take does or do. But because we have she, so it's going to be doesn't she. Jack bought, the third example, Jack bought a new car last week. Bought is past simple, so we're going to use the question tag by didn't he. Now, let's go to this irregular question tags. Okay, remember them and bear them in your mind, please. The first one, if you have I am, like this example, I am late, the question tag shall be aren't I. So I am, aren't I. The second one, everyone is happy, so it's going to be aren't they. Everyone is, aren't they. Let's go. So the question tag, whenever you have let's go, let's walk, let's join the club or whatever. So let's should be shall we. So let's, shall we. Don't talk in library. Don't talk any order with don't, okay? Don't talk, don't play, don't any affirmative verb after it, okay? You are going to use will you. But if it's an order or imperative form, like be careful, stand up, sit down, watch out, you're going to use won't you. The question tag should be won't you. This or that is, the question tag is isn't it. These or those are beautiful, so the question tag aren't they. So these examples are very important. You must study them very well. Then we have, pay attention to these sentences. Some sentences have abbreviated form of the main verb. So like this example, you are the most beautiful bird in the world. So the question tag here, the short form of are, so of course it's going to be aren't you. Also the second one, you have a car. So have here is present simple and it's not an auxiliary verb, it's a main verb of the sentence. So present, don't you. But pay attention to this sentence also, you have bought a car. So here have is a helping verb, okay? So and we have the main verb buy, which is bought, okay? So have bought, it's going to be haven't you. Also this example, I'd rather go to school. So would rather here, it's would. So the apostrophe D here is wouldn't I. The other example, I'd better go to school. So it better, here it's had, hadn't I. Then he's tired, isn't he? He has been tired, hasn't he? Okay, so take care of this and pay attention of these sentences because they are important and tricky at the same time. Then let's practice, shall we? We have a picture, they are playing. So you're going to choose either aren't they or are they? The answer is aren't they. They are, aren't they? The second example, he is studying. So you're going to choose, is he or isn't he? The answer is, isn't he. Another example, he studies very hard. So you have to choose between, does he or doesn't he? So he studies here, it's going to be, does he. Another one, he has arrived late. So he has arrived, So the answer should be, hasn't he. She doesn't know where to go. Either does she or doesn't she. So which one? Does she. I'm charming. I am. Remember? I am. So the answer should be, aren't I. They will always be happy. So aren't they or won't they? Will, always, will be. Okay, so the answer should be, won't they. Now let's open our student book, page 77, in the close-up. Question tags, and let's answer. Read the sentence and underline all the verbs. What do you notice? You have visited the Louvre Museum, haven't you? Mom didn't enjoy working on the excavation site, did she? Now, complete the rules. Question tags are short questions that we add at the of the sentence. Which part of the sentence do you think? At the end of the sentence. We use a space, we have space here, question tag with an affirmative sentence. Do you remember we said if the sentence is affirmative, which question tag we use? Is it positive or negative? Negative, very good. And space, question tag with a negative sentence. So if the sentence is negative, we're going to use affirmative question tag. Now let's go to the exercise C. Complete the sentence with a question tag. Dad finds watching history documentaries interesting. So what should be, or what is the question tag? Dad finds. Very good, doesn't he? This investigation was a success. The answer, wasn't it? The guided tour won't be held tomorrow. Won't be. So the question tag, will it? You have visited Stonehenge. You have visited. Pay attention to the short form of have. So the question tag is haven't you. I am in trouble. The question tag should be aren't I. Susan and John were going to visit the archaeological museum. Susan and John were going. So the question tag, weren't they? The rescuers haven't managed to find the skiers. So, have they? Everybody enjoyed visiting the catacombs. So everybody whenever you have everybody, everyone, so you must put they. And it's the question here, enjoyed in the past. So of course in the past we use did. So the question tag supposed to be didn't they. Let's continue investigating the site in the afternoon. Whenever you see let's, the question tag, shall we. Don't forget about the history test. I said whenever you find don't, the question tag should be will you. Now let's go to your workbook, page 40, exercise C. So number 1, he would never lie about the discovery. The answer should be would never. We have here would never, so the answer should be would he. You'd already turned the book, so the answer should be you'd return it, so hadn't you. Oh dear, I'm wrong, so aren't I. Let's watch a documentary about Mayas. So of course the answer shall we. The Chinese invented paper, invented past, so it's didn't they. Miss Dinari, your history teacher, isn't she? Tim and Jem will finish their history project today. So the answer, won't they? You know the answer, don't you? So thank you very much for your attention and have a good day.